hope you're having a great day today. So today I'm filming my hits and misses for the summer. I cannot believe how quickly summer has gone. I am moving into school in 5 days. That is crazy. The last time I filmed a favorites video was for May, and then for June I just didn't have any time to do it when I was leaving for Pittsburgh, and then Pittsburgh I had no time to film, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna lump everything together because I have a lot of things that I've been loving that are new, and I have a lot of things that I disliked that I'd really like to tell you about. So let's stop rambling because this is gonna be really, really long. So grab a snack, grab a beverage, and let's get going. So up first is the shampoo and conditioner that I've been using. This is Suave Professional's Almond and Shea Butter. This is moisturizing for dry, damaged hair, and it's the shampoo conditioner combo. I was using this all in Pittsburgh. I've been using this since May and I really love it. I also love subbing in the Moroccan infusion conditioner sometimes to really soften up the hair, but there's just something about this that really makes my hair soft, and I have to worry a lot about frizz in the summer, and it's really taken that down for me, and it's just really lightweight. I don't feel like it is heavy on my hair. And then a second hair thing, which I talked about a couple of videos ago, is the Aussie Total Miracle Collection 7-in-1 Dry Shampoo. I picked this up while I was in Pittsburgh, and it is so awesome. It smells, oh my gosh, it smells amazing. I love Aussie products, or Aussie, I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. I love how they smell. They just have a really fresh scent to them, and it's a weird dry shampoo because it, like the Batiste ones, you spray it into your hair and it gets white, and then you rub it in. This one has more of a liquidy consistency, so if you don't rub it in right away, especially if you go right near your hairline, it starts to drip down your face, which I thought was interesting, but my hair definitely does feel cleaner, and it definitely volumizes and texturizes my hair, which I really like. So, and it was only $3 or $4, so not bad. Moving into skincare, I have been really focused on my skincare this summer. As you know, if you've been watching my videos since I got back from school, I have been rehabilitating my skin, and it is finally at a place where I'm happy with it. It feels back to normal. I have sort of toned down my breakouts. I shouldn't say anything because next week it'll be a mess. I know myself, I know my skin, but I have gotten the dry patches under control and the acne that was on this part of my face under control, and I've sort of figured out what I need to do. And I do owe a lot to this Andalou Naturals Fruit Stem Cell Science apricot probiotic cleansing milk, and it was for soothing and dry, very dry skin. I got it for $3.88 at Target. It was in the clearance section, and it is originally $12.99, and this is what it looks like. It's in a pump bottle, and this stuff, miracle worker. It smells so nice. Oh, I love the smell of it, and it's just a very gentle cleansing milk, so I like to use this in the mornings. I was using this night and day for a while when I ran out of a deep cleanser, and it just wasn't doing enough to clean out my skin, especially with the amount of makeup that I wear. But as a morning or a refresher, it is really amazing, and it really helped me with my dry skin. Last week I ended up getting a cold, and I had really dry skin around my nose. Any of you that have had a cold or have to blow your nose for long amounts of time, you know that the area around your nose is really fragile and really dry from just rubbing it on stuff, and I used this for 2 nights and it was completely done. Like, my nose is back to normal, and usually that would be something that I'd be dealing with for a couple days after I get over a cold. So I owe a lot to this. I will definitely be picking up another one. It lasted me, I'm not even done with it yet, and it has lasted me since the beginning of July. So I love this stuff. So this is the Alba Botanics Good and Clean Daily Detox Foaming Cleanser for Sensitive Skin Oil Clearing Cream, and it is made with 100% vegetarian ingredients, and it is Leaping Bunny certified. So this is vegan. I love this. The only thing I don't like about it is that it smells like grapefruit. And when you're doing skincare stuff, I really don't like when acne clearing things, I really don't like when acne clearing things have scents to them. I don't know, I've always felt like it's never a good thing to have fragrances, like super strong fragrances, doing skincare, but this product has worked miracles for my face over the past 2 weeks. I picked this up 2 weeks ago, and the day I picked it up, my nose, we're about to get a little gross here. You know when you're hitting the point where you need to do a face mask or super deep clean in your face, when your nose starts showing like through your pores, you can see all the gunk coming out, it's rough and disgusting and not smooth and nice skin. That's what was happening. I used this one time. I washed my face with it and it completely cleared out my nose. My skin felt so smooth after, and I was like, I'm sold. This stuff works. When it says daily detox, it is not kidding. It gets everything out of my skin. I use this every night. It is a little drying though, so I wouldn't recommend using it every night. I would recommend doing it every other day or every 2 days and having a more gentle foaming cleanser for the nighttime instead of this, but I do really love this. It is gentle. It's not harsh at all. I just find that for my dry skin, it does dry me out a little bit more than I would like to. But if you have more oily skin, that might not be a problem for you. So this, oh my god, it's freaking incredible. And then on top of this, this was what did it for me as making this one of my top brands for the summer, Alba Botanic, because I picked up these two little guys when I was in Pittsburgh, and this one is the Fast Fix for Puffy Eyes Eye Revive Cooling Gel. Now, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, like that's so gimmicky, blah blah blah. No. This stuff works. Sometimes I wake up and my under eyes are a little bit more puffy than every other part of my face, and you just put a little bit of this on and I physically saw the swelling go down. I used it the day I got it and I could feel it working on my skin. It is amazing, and it was only $1 or $2. And then the other thing is the Fast Fix for a Pimple Tinted Zit Zapper. This you need to go get. If you have pimples, if you have spots or problem areas on your skin and you are prone to getting pop-up pimples, then you need this in your life, because I put this on and it either brings the pimple out immediately the next day or it attacks it and it never ever comes to a head. I'm not kidding. This stuff is a miracle worker. I use it every day on all my problem areas, and this is the reason my skin looks so good. I am so happy with how my skin looks right now because of this brand and these products. My only downside to this is that it says it's a tinted zit zapper, and it does have a tint to it, and you would think, oh yeah, like that looks like the color of your skin. Like yeah, it'll take the redness down or whatever. It doesn't. It is so sheer, and once you start rubbing it into your skin, it completely goes away and it's like it did nothing at all. But the product and the ingredients are still in it, so even though it says it's tinted, I wouldn't use it for concealing purposes, but for getting rid of your pimples and your zits, I absolutely would. For moisturizer, there are two moisturizers that I found at the drugstore and I am in love with. The first one is the Shea Moisture Peace Rose Oil Complex Sensitive Skin Facial Moisturizer with date palm and camellia extracts, and the reason I bought it was because it said soften and calm and sensitive skin. I needed something that was going to be hydrating and really soothe my skin and deal with my dry patches that I've been having on my cheeks and everything, and on my nose. Oh my god, my nose is blowing up. But also the moisturizer that I was using from Lush was making my face really red and hot, and I was just not having it, so I needed something to really soothe my skin, and that's why I picked this up. And it just feels super luxurious. Like, it's in a glass bottle and it's 2 fluid ounces, so you do get a lot. I can't remember how much it was, but I will try and link it down in the description box below. And for a drugstore moisturizer, I was so impressed. It was hydrating. My skin felt amazing during the day and the next day, and it really just rejuvenated my skin. The only drawback to this is that the scent is so overpowering. I would be so overwhelmed by the scent some days, and that is the only thing I hate about it. And like really it makes me upset how fragrance it is, because I know that's going to be a turn off for a lot of people. I am going to repurchase it just because the scent does go away. It's just the initial, when you put it on you smell it, but then it goes away throughout the day. But it is a lot. So I'm going to look into their line and see if they have any non-scented things, but this is a vegan company. They're cruelty-free, they're organic, so that's why I really liked them. And then the second the second moisturizer I found is by Botanics, and it is the Power of Plants Hydrating Day Cream, and leaves skin feeling moisturized for up to 24 hours with nourishing rosehip. And I'm the type of person that keeps my things in their box. I don't know about anybody else, but it just makes me feel really great when I take it out and I'm like, oh, here it is. So again, really great packaging, super sleek, very nice, good skincare packaging. It's clean and I love it. Again, with this, the only thing is it is scented. This one isn't as strong as the Shea Moisture one, and it's a lot more fresh, which I like. My only detraction with this is I can't figure out how much I need to use. I feel like I'm overusing it some days, but then when I use because when I put it on, it's still like white and streaky and I have to really moisturize it into my face. But then when I use less, I feel like I'm not getting my entire face. So then I just end up having the white streaks anyway that I just have to moisturize in. But what I like about it is not only is it hydrating, but I feel like it is a little bit firming too, especially when I'm putting on my makeup. I really like that. So it is a really good day cream. Again, I am going to look into this line and see if they have anything that's unscented, but I do know that they have a line of night creams and eye creams, so I am going to be looking into them. But these are the two moisturizers that have gotten me through this summer, and I highly recommend them. The last favorite for skincare has been face masks. This is the last one that I have on me at the moment. I have to go pick up some new ones. This just happens to be the Yes to Cucumbers. This is the Soothing Calming Paper Mask. Ow. I'm fine. This is the Soothing Calming Paper Mask. Two masks that I've really enjoyed are by Shea Moisture. I'm going to look up the names of them. They're both mud masks. One is like I don't think it's charcoal, but it's a dark, really extracting, deep cleansing, exfoliating mud mask, and the other one is a more soothing one. However, the soothing one scares me when I put it on because I can literally feel it getting into my pores, and it feels like I'm having an allergic reaction like I did to a moisturizer back in May when I had all my skin problems. So when I first put it on, I'm like, oh my god, is my skin rising? Is it red? What's going on? Do I need to take it off? But it's fine. It's just the actual mask getting into the skin and working. And they sell them in individual packs for $2, I think, but I know the dark mask comes in a jar. So I'm going to be picking up the jar of that before I go back to school. And then those are both mud masks that come in individual packets like this, but I also like having a couple sheet masks on hand, especially for my spa nights. And the Yes to Cucumbers is a really great brand. They have awesome makeup wipes and things like that. They've really been coming out with some great stuff. I used their Yes to Tomatoes, which was a acne treatment mask, and again that was another paper mask, and that worked really well. So yeah, face masks, check them out. Definitely Yes to like this brand, and Shea Moisture's face masks are two of my favorite ones for the summer. So sticking with the drugstore before I move to my higher end products, this is my brand favorite of the summer, and this is more of the end of the summer, but this is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild has really stood out to me as a brand that has looked at their products, looked at the age group that they want to cater to, and done a really phenomenal job redoing everything. Everything feels good. One of my favorite things is their contouring palette, and usually what I find in drugstores is the powders feel kind of sandy and not creamy and buttery and smooth. These powders are so smooth, and they glide onto the skin so nicely, and they're just so amazing. Like, I'm blown away that for $4 I can get a really great contouring palette. And this is, I'll have a Cosmo. This I've had all summer. This is a beautiful highlighting color that just adds a beautiful glow to the skin. I recommend this for anyone going into high school or who doesn't really wear a lot of makeup, because you can use this as a pretty blush, swirl it all together, or you can run it just in the shimmery areas and use it as a beautiful highlight. It is so perfect. And then the eyeshadow palette, I'm not going to talk too much about it because I've only had it for about a week, so it's not really my favorite. I'm just using it as my favorite for the brand to show you. I have a lot by them, and I will probably be picking up more as we head into fall. They have just really stepped up their game, so great job, Wet n Wild. You get a giant thumbs up from me. So a primer that I discovered that I am in love with is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This foundation is phenomenal. I love it. It is so luminous, and even on days where I just want to go to the beach, I can throw this on if I'm not planning, I mean if I am going in the water, but sometimes if I'm just going to be hanging out, I'll throw this on, and it just gives a really nice glow to the skin, and I don't have to put on foundation and stuff like that. It's also firming, so my foundation sticks to it, which I really love, and you get, how much? 1 fluid ounce for, I believe, $38, so it's not too horrible, but it is a lot of product and it lasts a really long time. 2 more makeup things. So the first thing is MAC Fix Plus. I bought this at the beginning of the summer, the little travel size guy, and he's lasted me a really long time. The hype on this is what everyone says it is. It's a really great product. It is amazing for, I would use it a lot when I would do my foundation and then go to my eyes. I would set my foundation with it, and then at the end set my foundation with a setting spray, and I found that my makeup stayed a lot when I did that. It's also really great for making shimmer shadows stand out or any pigmentation stand out and things that you want. I also use it sometimes on glitter rather than a glitter glue if I just want to put a little bit on and not necessarily pack on glitter for something. However, I will not be repurchasing it. I'm trying to get through all my MAC products. I'm trying to transition to having mostly vegan and cruelty-free makeup. I personally do not believe in animal testing on products. I am not a vegan or vegetarian. I just don't like animal testing on products. I think it is unnecessary, and it is unnecessary. I've done research on it. I know it is. While MAC doesn't come out and say that they test on animals, they are sold in China, and in China the makeup has to be tested on animals. It is part of their law, part of their FDA, and I am just not okay with that, especially since MAC used to be a company that was really about not animal testing. So yeah, I'm trying to just get through all my MAC products, and if they pull out of China or if they come up with a way to not test on animals, then I will definitely go back to their products, but until that time I will no longer be using MAC products. And then the last makeup favorite that I have to talk about is, of course, the Becca and Jaclyn collaboration. This is the only thing that I bought out of that collection, and it is the Champagne Glow palette. I did a video using this and doing a Jaclyn Hill inspired makeup look, so you can go check that out. I'm going to put a link somewhere on the screen, or you can check the description box, but this is the palette if you haven't seen it. I don't think it's available anymore. I'm pretty sure it is sold out everywhere. It was limited edition, and I did not clean this up for you guys. I apologize, but this is what I brought with me to Pittsburgh, and I used it every single day as my blushes and as my highlighters. I love Champagne Pop. I bought Champagne Pop when it came out, and it is just a beautiful highlight. I think that Champagne Pop can be used on any skin tone, and it is just so beautiful. And then Prosecco Pop, the newest addition to the Champagne Family is another beautiful highlight, and I just love mixing them together. I think they both create such beautiful highlights on their own and together, and you can mix them with any other highlight. Sometimes I'll put like a silvery one on top of Champagne Pop, and it's gorgeous. The formulation in these is amazing. The pigmentation is amazing. I love Becca blushes. They are so beautiful. So I think the split pans are still available. That is, I think they came out with 4 split pans, I believe, of Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop with a blush of Becca's. So if you want to pick those up, then I'll try and find links to those down below. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a favorite of mine into the fall, and I really love it. So before I head over to my misses, let me finish up my favorites with some of my not beauty related things. So starting off, I'm going to talk about this pen. And I hope that you can see it. It is the cutest pen I have ever received. I got this from my bosses, and it's a little crown with a pearl, and it's a push top. I love stationery so much. I am a stationery junkie. I love it. I love decorating offices and things like that. So something like this was, I'm going to buy so many more of these and only use these, and it's just so cute. I can't get over it. So this has definitely been a favorite of mine, at least for the month of August. And then I have a pair of sunglasses to talk about with you guys. So if any of you wear glasses or contacts, I would definitely recommend investing in a pair of prescription sunglasses at some point in your life. I've never owned prescription sunglasses before. I wear glasses. I have glasses. Here they are. But before I got this pair of glasses, my glasses were a lot thinner, so I was able to just, if I was driving or walking around, I would just wear my regular sunglasses over my glasses while I was driving, and I would be fine. There wouldn't really be any issues. But when I got my new glasses back in April, I realized that I couldn't put sunglasses over them because they are such a big frame. So before I went to Pittsburgh, my dad and I went to check out some prescription sunglasses, and we got these. They are Dolce & Gabbana, and they are beautiful. I love them. I'm obsessed with them, and I do still have non-prescription sunglasses just for days when I go to the beach or if I'm just hanging out and I don't really want to take these somewhere that they could get messed up, but I love them. So, and these are polarized. So even if you don't get prescription sunglasses, investing in a pair of polarized sunglasses, I definitely recommend. And I have 3 books to talk about for you guys. I feel like I never talk about books, but I decided that this year I'm going to make it my mission to start reading again. I love reading. I have always loved reading. I have 2 bookshelves over there full of books. There's a bookshelf out in the hallway that my brother and I have top to bottom filled with books. We have always been really big readers, and since I came to college, I haven't read as many books as I used to, just because with classes you have to read stuff, and now I have to read scripts in my classes, and I just don't have the time to read for fun, and I'm going to make it my mission to read for fun. So I told myself that for the month of August, I wanted to try and finish all the YouTuber books that had come out that I had wanted to read. And I haven't gotten through all of them. There are 2 more that I need to read, but the ones that I did finish were Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, or Zoella, and I love this book. Oh my gosh. If you haven't read this, go read it. I'm very into fiction and things like that, and romantic stuff and things that just are very whimsical and not necessarily realistic, but there was just something about this book. It made me laugh and cry, and it made me think about my life, which is maybe not what she intended, but she does talk about anxiety a little bit and panic, not a little bit, the whole book is based on anxiety and panic attacks, which is something that I deal with, and there was just something about this book that quite literally changed my life. I have really thought about a lot since reading this book, and if you want to check it out, then I say go for it. It's a cute story and just a really great getaway from the real world, but there are also some real life things that she talks about in here, and it was just a really amazing book to read. And one of the 2 books that I want to finish reading soon is Girl Online on Tour. My friend Lori hey Lori, loaned me this book, and she said she was going to loan me the second one, so I will be picking that up from her soon, which I'm really excited about. Second book is Binge by Tyler Oakley. I was halfway through this book and then I just couldn't find time to finish it, and I was like, you are going to finish this book. My friend Sydney, hey Sydney, gave this to me for my birthday, and I'm so happy I finished it. This made me laugh and cry as well. I love Tyler. I have been following him and Zoe for a very, very long time, and I'm just so proud of them that they put these books out, and they are amazing. So if you haven't read Binge yet, then do so. I highly recommend it. And the last book is Carrie Hope Fletcher's All I Know Now. I bought this last summer when I was in Ireland. That's why it has the Euros sign on it. And I have the yellow cover, not the American purple cover. So I'm getting to read the British version, not the American version, which I personally like. But I'm almost done with this book. I'm just finishing it up this week, and I love it. It is an amazing book. It's more of a self-help book, and just all she knows now, everything she's learned up until this point in her life when she wrote it, and it's just really fun, and I love it a lot. And the second book that I just ordered yesterday, and I'm really excited, is her new book that came out this summer, On the Other Side, and I'm very, very excited to read it. And then for music, I do have a couple things. So on Spotify, my friend introduced me to this playlist called Happy Hits, and it is awesome. I love this playlist. It is so, so, so amazing. We put it on all the time, and it's just really fun. Like let me read you the first couple of songs. It has Cheap Thrills by Sia, Can't Stop the Feeling by Justin Timberlake, Wrapped Up by Ollie Murs, just like really great summer songs. So it's kind of been like my summer playlist, but the song that I found off of it that I am obsessed with is called Sax, and I am obsessed with this song. It is so fun. It is definitely like my summer song for this summer, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it for you. I don't know if that helped with my glasses at all, but I'm sorry. I just need to insert this clip really quick because I forgot two things for my favorites video, and I just remember them right now before I was about to take my makeup off. So let's do this really fast. So first thing, a hit favorite for me this summer was obviously Pittsburgh. I had so much fun being there for the month of July. I was there from June 26th to July 26th. I was there for a full month working at an internship. I have an entire vlog series that I dedicated to that. I vlogged basically every day while I was there, so I will have the link somewhere on the screen to that playlist. It will also be down in the description box, so you can check out what I got up to while I was in Pittsburgh. If you have the chance to get out there, I definitely recommend it. It is an amazing city. It is so beautiful architecturally. The people there are so nice, and there is so many things to do. There are so many amazing places to eat, number one, but I just had a really amazing time being out there, and if you have any questions for me about that, then go ahead and leave it down in the description box. And then finishing off my favorites is an app that I have been loving, and if you can't guess what this is, then I don't know if we can be friends, but it is Pokemon Go. Oh yeah. I talked about this in some of the vlogs, but this game came out when I was in Pittsburgh, and the day it was released, one of my friends posted it on Instagram, and I almost lost it. I was laying in my bed, my roommate at the time, Sam, hey girl, and one of the girls that was working with us, Taylor, was there, and we were watching a movie, and I downloaded that game so quick, and I have been playing it ever since. I am not as far along as you would think that I would be for someone that is in love with this game, but that's because one, data runs out real quick, and yeah, that was the thing. And also, where I live there now, back home, there are not a lot of Pokestops or Pokemon around, so I have to go hunting for them. now that I'm home. So it's just a nice little game that I love to play. Like when I'm going on my walks in the morning, I throw it on while I'm walking so that I can hatch my eggs. But if you are into Pokemon Go, then let me know. So now back to the video. Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna go, but sending you back to past Deirdre. So that is everything that I have been loving this whole summer. Now it's time to talk about some things that I am not so impressed with. Some of these I completely don't like and I would not recommend. Some of them I'm a little, I don't know how I feel about it, so I will let you know as we go through. So first up, this is the Essence Pure Nude Makeup Natural Finish No Makeup Feel, and it is a foundation. It is $5, which is why I picked it up, and I don't know why I was like, yeah, no makeup feel, it's gonna have some coverage in it. No makeup feel means that it's sheer. I'm not unimpressed by the sheerness of it. I think that for someone in high school, someone who doesn't need to wear a lot of makeup, this is probably a really great foundation for you. I, however, need medium to full coverage because of my acne and everything. I just prefer a more full coverage foundation. However, this is buildable. I was able to build this up using a combination of my Real Techniques brush and my beauty blender, and I was able to build it up. However, this is my biggest thing. They do not have a light enough shade for pale people. The lightest shade is pure beige. No. This is my biggest complaint with makeup companies in general. I'm very pale. I am the palest. I am either 1 or 2 on the makeup scale, depending on whether they decide to start with pink tone or yellow tone skin. But I have pink tone skin. As you can see in my chest, I have pink tones under my skin. I do not have yellow tone skin at all. There are no yellow tones. The minute you put a yellow tone foundation on my skin, I look like an Oompa Loompa. And beige is always a yellow tone color. So they do not have the palest shade. Also, the moment you heat this up and put it out in the sun, it oxidizes horribly. Oh my gosh, there was one day in Pittsburgh that I had this on and I was an Oompa Loompa. It was disgusting. The amount of powder I had to put on to make myself look pale was unreal. But if you have, this is my but for it, because I have a lot of complaints about it, but if you have the right skin tone and this is the kind of foundation that you're looking for, something really sheer, something really lightweight, something that doesn't really look like foundation, then this is definitely something you should check out. It does have a scent to it. It's not unpleasant though. It doesn't really smell like chemicals. It kind of does, but it also kind of smells fresh. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. It does have a scent to it though. It's not overpowering, it's actually very light and it goes away after a couple minutes, so that's not my biggest complaint about it, but this is a product that I am very torn between because I don't like it for personal reasons, but I can see where people would be drawn to it, which is why I'm like, I don't personally like it, but someone else might. So if you don't have as pale of skin as me, and you have clearer skin than I do, then I would definitely recommend checking this out. So my next least favorite thing this summer has been the Rimmel London Stay Matte Powder Foundation. This used to be my thing in high school. Like, I loved this stuff. Anytime I was going to the drugstore, this is what I was picking up. It really just mattified my skin, and that's what I wanted. I used to be not like this. I didn't like dewy skin. I didn't like that kind of stuff. I loved a matte finish, like completely matte. But then on my lips, I don't know what I wanted. I didn't wear matte stuff, so it was weird. But I feel like they reformulated it because it is even more mattifying than I remember, and it is soft. It's not a horrible powder. I have felt better. My favorite one is the Makeup Forever because that literally feels like butter, but there's something about this that is just too mattifying for me right now. Like, it just completely takes away all the definition that is there, and I don't know, there's just something about it, and I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty positive that they reformulated this because it is not how I remember. If you want a matte finish and you want something that is affordable, then this is definitely for you, but I will definitely not be repurchasing this anymore. Unfortunately, I'm just going to have to find a different drugstore powder to fall in love with, so. Or I'll just have to make enough money to get Makeup Forever stuff like I love. So yeah. The next thing, the next thing is this Flormar cleansing water, and I talked about this back in May, June-ish. I picked this up because it was $8 and I've been wanting to try micellar water for a while. This one is a no-go. I tried it back in June. I was pretty sure it was what was breaking me out, and then I was using it again for a couple weeks when I came home from Pittsburgh because I was out of makeup remover, and this is definitely what was breaking me out. So I will not even finish this. It is not worth it. It was only $8, so I don't really mind, but this is just garbage. I've heard different things about micellar waters. Certain ones break certain people out, but then they love other ones. I want to look into the Garnier Fructis ones, but this one by Flormar is a no-no. No, I don't like it. No. And the last mist that I have, that's not true, I have another one. The last physical mist that I have is the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer by First Aid Beauty. And I don't think this is the moisturizer that I tried last year that came in my Ipsy bag, but this is just, it comes with a pump top, which I really like. I thought I was really going to love this, but it is just not hydrating enough for my skin. It feels really nice on my hand, but when I put it on my face, it doesn't feel like it's hydrating at all, and it feels like it's clogging my pores, and I think it might have been part of my breakout situation too, which is not what you want from skincare. And I've heard really great things about this brand, so I don't know if it's just this particular line. I know they have two, but this is not Ultra Repair. I'm sorry. Coming from someone who had severe dry patches and it did not help, this is a no from me. And then the last mist that I have is something that I don't have physically here. I have talked about it in a couple tutorials. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I have mixed reviews on it. I tried it for 3 weeks. I haven't purchased it yet, but my main complaint is that the palest shade is not pale enough for me. Shocker. They have a full range of foundations, but all the pale ones are yellow toned. I did not try a single one that was pink toned when I was in the store, and the palest shade was still a little yellow on me, and that's just not something that I'm looking for. It is very full coverage. If you are looking for full coverage, like I barely needed to use anything and it would cover my entire face, and that is definitely the foundation for you. However, I did feel like I would get cake face. I would notice, especially when I would go to do my brows, I could literally see it standing like where I had stopped the foundation and where my skin was under my brows, which I don't really like. I like when my foundation looks like my skin. I prefer a more satin finish to my skin, and I need full coverage. I like medium buildable to full coverage, or a light full coverage foundation that can be built up a little bit, but once it starts getting to cake face, then I'm not really into it very much. It does feel really light on the skin. It's not a heavy foundation at all. I didn't really feel it going into my pores. My biggest complaint was that I felt like they didn't have things for pink toned pale people, which is my biggest complaint for companies overall. So Too Faced, it's not just you. But definitely try out the Born This Way foundation. I highly recommend it as a really great full coverage foundation, but it is just not the one for me personally. And that is everything I have. This video is going to be so long, I can already tell, but this is everything that I've been loving this summer, so I'm really not that sorry about it. But I have a lot of new things that I'm trying out for September. If there are things that have been in my past couple videos that you're like, well, why didn't you talk about that? It's because for this video, I wanted to focus on things that I'd had for 2 weeks or more. So anything that I've gotten in the past week and have been in videos, those were not going to be in this video because I'm going to wait and see if they're my favorite for September. So give me a thumbs up and let me know if you like favorites videos and if you prefer more seasonal ones where they're a little bit bigger and I've had more time to try stuff and I've really found an opinion on whether I don't like or I like something, or if you like them a little bit more monthly or bi-monthly. What do you prefer? I like favorites videos. I love seeing what are in people's favorites videos, but sometimes I just don't try a lot of products. So some months are skimpier than others, and that's why I end up waiting, or I just don't have time to film, which is a common trend. Just a side note, if you want to see how I got this makeup look, I did a tutorial on it, which should be up on my channel. If it is, I'll leave it in the description box below, but this is all using the NikkieTutorials collaboration with Too Faced. So if you were wondering about that, you can definitely check out this tutorial. Other than that, everything is going to be down in the description box. I'm going to try and find links for everything that I loved for you guys and leave that down below, as well as my social media, my Instagram and my Twitter, so go ahead and follow me over there. And that is everything for you guys. I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, so I hope to see you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye! Wow, this video took a long time to film, and now I have stuff everywhere. I need to clean right now. But first I need to take my lashes off because they are so big and so annoying.